And they're like, yeah, they just hate women because they won't have sex with them.
No,
It's like,
you're
oh,
what
okay.
you are what we call a vol cell.
Oh, okay.
You're voluntarily celibate,
Sweet.
which is actually an insult in the incel community.
Now that I've looked up stuff, like those guys are fucking idiots.
Well, a lot of them are idiots. A lot of them are just sad, I think.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them are just, like, literally too ugly to fuck. So it's like, yeah.
Or it's one of those things, like, they're okay looking. They're totally normal looking.
Oh, yeah.
It's just their personality's
Yeah,
trash. So
they're
no one's,
dickheads.
like,
Yeah,
because they just assume a
nobody
woman's
wants
going to be on their dick. That's like, that's not how.
Yeah, it's definitely that, like, they got picked on in school and shit, and they grew up and they have, like, no idea. It's like those, you know, fucking those shitty memes you saw on Facebook when you were, like, 13 that were like,
Of course.
why do all fucking, why do all the girls like
Assholes,
dickheads?
yeah.
There's this one specific picture I can think of that's like, it was like this fucking, like, shy dipshit, like, picking flowers for a girl, and he tries to give it to him, and she's, like, off on some dude's shoulder. And then fucking he's thinking about some shy girl, and the shy girl's thinking about the shy boy.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
this is the most retarded thing I've ever seen in my life.
I do remember, like, early middle school, I was thinking, like, well, I'm a nice guy. But then I got older and I was like, I don't think nice guys think that out loud.
Not really, yeah. Plus, like, being nice is not all that it takes. Like, there are a lot of situations where not being nice is the better the better thing to be doing. Like,
I don't think Ryan's actively saying like, you should be an asshole and you'll get girls, but like,
oh,
there's moments where,
well, if you're
you have to stand up for yourself.
Well,
that's one of those things.
Yeah, for sure. But it's also like, if you're just fucking around with somebody, like, I don't know, like, being 100, like, if your only focus is to be nice to a girl, she's not gonna fucking care. Like, like, obviously be nice, do not, like, be malicious, but like, fuck around, like, shit talk a little bit, like, that works.
Well, being nice doesn't really show off who you are. If you're constantly worrying about, like, if every action you're thinking, I wonder if she'll like this, like, that's going to be so needy and so, like, that's going to be, even if you do end up in a relationship with a girl, it's just going to be a fucking awful place to be.
The second you, like, unbuckle your fucking jeans and let your gut out, which like, your personality, like, she's like,
the gut, which is your personality, the gross hairy beer belly that is your personality.
You're fucking obviously being like, nice guys. Yeah, you're definitely not where it's
just be confident in yourself. It's that easy.
No, but I definitely do think like, in some situations, man, it's just like some really ugly dudes are on there, and they're just like, I've tried, I'm a decent dude, I have a good job, nobody wants to fuck me, like, I got a slack jaw and a gap in my teeth, and I got a unibrow, and I'm in good shape, I'm just too ugly, like, like, there's so many things.
I've also heard that there's a lot of like, in those subreddits and forums, there's a lot of autistic guys.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
There's I'm not saying all incels have a mental deficiency, but there's probably a sizable amount.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's just like, your social behavior.
And then in that situation, I'm just like, oh, there's not much I can really do for, like.
I mean, there is, but they need to seek out, like, legitimate coaching and things on just being social. And then you should also probably be looking for other people with Asperger's and shit like that. But neither here nor there. I don't give a shit.
I don't like that. Ugh, it's not good. I found out with the it's the black pill.
That's like the realization that you're like, that the world sucks and shit like that, right?
Yeah. And there's like, it's not.
Bro,
it's not good stuff.
I can't remember what the fuck I was watching, but for some reason I was watching some shit where they were making a joke where Carl Weezer was an incel from fucking Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah. There's a lot of videos like that. I watched one where he tries to explain a cock and ball torture to Jimmy.
All I remember was, for some reason, they're talking about being incels, and then fucking it's Sheen being a Chad and fucking Carl being an incel.
Is it an Oni and G animation? Because I think I saw it was Zach and Oni.
I can't remember, to be honest with you, but I just remember one of them.
No, Jimmy, take the red pill.
That's the biggest black pill of all.
Yeah,
And I fucking
You're a
busted
sub-ape male, Jimmy. That's why Sydney won't fuck you.
God fucking damn it, that's so funny.
It's
bro, I miss Jimmy Neutron. Like,
it's a good show.
I don't think about it, but like I watched the ever living shit out of that show. Like when people make references to it, I'm like, there's no reason I should know exactly what they're talking about right now.
Every so often I think about the superhero episode because that shit was my jam when I was a kid. Where they all get superpowers.
Oh, I don't remember specifically.
Sheen gets super speed.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Those Carl gets the burp.
Yeah, that was so fucking dumb. I remember that the one episode where the fucking pants come to life.
Yeah. I had the movie on VHS. And I burnt the shit out of it.
Oh my god. Fucking hell, man. Jimmy Neutron was something else. It's so ugly. It's ugly as fucking sin.
It looks like ugly Martians.
Oh my god. And then they made it like a spin-off show with Sheen.
Yeah. Planet Sheen.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't watch it.
You know what? Honestly, you look a little like Sheen. If you were a cartoon character,
I have been called Sheen my entire life.
Yeah.
And
it's the hair and the ears.
I'm not super big into it.
It's the hair and the ears.
I know. And I can't I'm not changing either of those. At this point, because I used to get mad. I was like, oh, cool. I look like the dumbest character on TV right now. Awesome.
Not really. I feel like it'd be worse to be called Carl if fucking anything, bro.
No.
But, like...
But it of course, it makes sense. I have spiky hair. I'm Mexican. And there's a dude named Sheen who has both of those
He was
things.
Mexican, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, have you seen his dad?
He wasn't Mexican. Oh, yeah, that's true. He wasn't Mexican enough that, like, he was still fucking white. So, yeah, you fit it.
Oh, wow.
You fit it perfect.
Yeah.
Just give in, bro. Just get an Ultra Lord action figure. Honestly, dude, I'd get a fucking Ultra Lord action figure if there was a cool one out. I'd fucking put it somewhere. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Well, it's always funny in fiction. There's better toys than what I have now. It's like a Buzz Lightyear. Could you fucking imagine? This shit rules.
It was a real toy, Dingle. That's why, like...
Buzz Lightyear wasn't a real toy.
After the movie came out, it was.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Now it's a toy. It's crazy how Pixar came up with such a good design for something that it just became one of the most popular toys of all time.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you make... I don't know. I feel like a big part of making that movie was like, hey, this is a great idea. And then the marketing team was like, this is a really great idea. Like, they were like, this is the fucking best idea you've had ever.
Disney's like, this is a good movie, but we are going to make loads of money.
Exactly. I was fucking... The 2 times I fucking went... I celebrated Halloween and went trick-or-treating. I was Buzz Lightyear one of those times.
Yeah, that rules.
I was like 3. But,
yeah. Have you ever been to Disney World?
No.
Anyway.
The closest I've ever been is fucking Six Flags or Adventureland, bro.
I went to Disneyland. And that's like an afternoon because it's so small. Disney World's like a fucking week. Because there's so many goddamn parks.
I mean, I'd like to go, but then again, I'd be like, I don't know. Because when I think about shit like that, I think about like the people I'd go with, and then I obviously will be like, well, I'm going to be going with my girlfriend because it's like a vacation.
Obviously.
She cannot handle roller coasters. Not in like, well, she is a pussy fraidy cat, but she also like gets motion sick like so fucking easy, bro. Like it is ridiculous. So yeah, we did.
Dude, we'll go and we can make a third wheel.
Yeah, fuck
there we go.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll make her hold our shit while we go on the ride.
Yeah,
she's the mom waiting on the bench outside. That would fucking suck, bro.
God, I think I just described how we're gonna live together.
No, that's not gonna be the case. She's gonna hound your ass. She's gonna be like, come fucking garden and shit. She's wanted. It'll be fun though.
Oh yeah, like, yeah, I'm not gonna be annoyed. It's like, God, again.
It will be fun though.
Give a shit.
Oh man, I like had to burp, but like, it's caught. It's not coming out.
So I started watching Hunter x Hunter last night.
It's weird that everybody says that fucking show differently.
Oh yeah.
In my brain, I call it Hunter x Hunter just because that's the way that it's.
It feels awkward putting that X in there, so I just say Hunter x Hunter.
That's probably the way it is supposed to be called, but like, why the fuck they put an X? What is up with Japanese people being like, yo, English is dope. What's the coolest letter in English?
An X or a V, yeah.
X for sure. Like fucking Gundam X. Like that, like every. Why not Z?
Anyway.
Okay.
So I started watching that, and I was like, oh, cool, because I just finished Supernatural, and I've been watching that show for 7 years. So I just finished and went, oh no. So I was just like, fuck it, an anime. And then I was disappointed because it's getting taken off Netflix on the 7th.
Oh, really?
So I have fucking 4 seasons of anime to watch.
Yeah, I think I've watched that too. And it's really good for the first few seasons. Like the first 3 seasons I really enjoy. And then the 4th season, I'm like, what the fuck?
What, Hunter or?
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter. Because then like they every episode, it's like when Dragon Ball Z was at its worst. Like where like something that's supposed to be 5 minutes lasts like 7 episodes.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like in that fucking show.
A lot of popular animes, and I think it always goes back to how manga is written and how it's created, and how sometimes they like artists will get burnt out, but they gotta have a new issue the next week.
It's when the no, it's because the anime will be made too soon, and then it'll end up catching up to the manga, and then they're like, well, we gotta make this shit last so that he can get out the next chapter.
Because I just know One Piece has problems like that. Fucking Berserk has an whole arc called Guts on a Boat that everyone fucking hates.
Dragon Ball Z has a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of that shit.
Yeah.
Like there's one filler episode in Dragon Ball Z where Goku and Piccolo go learn to, like, they go to driving school.
Yeah.
That's the whole, it's a good episode. It's like the only filler episode I enjoyed. And one of the main reasons because they confirm that Piccolo is a black guy, basically. Like they make him go wear normal clothes, Goku and Piccolo. And Goku comes out in like a polo and jeans, and Piccolo comes out with a backwards hat on and like a fucking chain. And I'm like, come on, yeah. Like, fucking, all right. Yeah.
Racial coding, yay.
Yes, my God. I mean, at least they didn't make fucking God damn it, I forget his name.
Popo.
Yeah, at least they didn't make Popo wear a backwards hat and chain.
Jesus Christ.
That'd have been way too obvious.
With how he's drawn, he wouldn't be wearing a backwards hat and baggy pants. He'd be wearing fucking chains. Well, Jesus Christ.
I mean, I feel like in that regard, at least Piccolo is more respectful of a drawing. He's jacked and everybody wanted to be him as a kid.
Yeah, but
see, Dragon Ball Z is one of those shows that like meant a lot to me as a kid. So like it would make sense for me to get a tattoo of it, but it's one of those things that's shared by so many fucking people to where it's like so many people are, like find it cringy when you like it just because so many people like it. So I'm like, well, I can't get a fucking tattoo of anything like that now.
Well, Dragon Ball Z is one, like, if I ask somebody, say, hey, what's your favorite anime? And they go Dragon Ball, I'm like, oh, so you just don't like anime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kinda,
oh, you just, because at this point, Dragon Ball Z is just a fucking cartoon.
Dragon Ball Z is weed.
Yeah.
Basically. Like or not even, bro. It's fucking the Mike's Hard that your uncle gave you when you're 15.
First cigarette.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so... I love that I'm saying this like I do meth, but
yeah, we're over here. We're both hooked up to fucking.
I have an IV funneling morphine into me every second.
I'm using a cancer medication at the moment.
Jesus,
that's what I'm doing.
Fucking Christ. That's why you're not looking so much like Sheen today.
Yeah,
I was wondering where all the heroin.
Currently, right now, I'm.
We should not joke about
I'm on
that.
2 treatments of chemotherapy.
Just because
I like to party. Man, I like to party.
Just because I like the way it feels.
I like the rush.
Let's move on.
Such a hardcore thing to do.
That's so fucking
also
awful.
there's no high from chemotherapy. That's just a dumb thing to do.
I mean, like, it's, you know, you get the high of the pain.
Yeah. It's the rush because your body's trying not to shut down from actual radiation.
I like legitimately fighting for my life. It really keeps me grounded.
My favorite drug is to hold my head underwater for about 5 minutes, just to feel.
I like the holding your own head. I like the image of like you grabbing your own hair and violently slamming your head into the water, and you're like,
God, what a rock bottom that would be. Your roommate or your family walks into the bathroom and you're like, what are you doing? It's like, I have to.
You're taking out your postpartum depression on yourself.
Yeah. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
If anybody gets that reference, I'll be pleased.
It's not a good. It's not a fun reference.
Yikes! I'm pretty sure they can pick up on it. But what the fuck? So right now I'm making a video about fucking the Percy Jackson movie.
Yeah.
And so I've been watching it and taking notes, and I'm gonna make like just a quick video and fuck around, shit on it for a second. Oh, and God, I hate it so bad.
It's not good. I've only seen it once, and there's a reason.
I was thinking about it because you were talking about the head underwater. It's like you meet Percy because he's like underwater for 6 minutes, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of like a neat way to introduce him.
I mean, they introduced the leopard or the mermaid the same way in the original movie. He fucking.
What?
Do you remember the Disney original?
Okay. You said you just said in the original movie,
sorry,
and I
Disney...
was like,
I mean, technically all movies. Yeah.
The kid in Smart House and fucking Luck of the Irish,
where he drank water for like 2 hours.
Every time I watched that movie, I was just like my fucking mouth was dry as hell.
Fuck. Yeah, I definitely had to get some water.
Yeah, every time. But no, yeah. And then he like when I was watching it, I was like, because the intro scene is kind of dumb, but I'm like, all right, it's a movie adaptation.
It's a static hold on a man underwater.
Well, that's it. That isn't the legitimate intro. The intro is fucking Poseidon coming out of the water, and he's like 30 feet tall, and he looks at a guy on the pier, but it's like it's not rotoscoped well, so he kind of definitely is like not looking directly at the guy on the pier. But I'm like, the VFX are good, it's fine, whatever. He walks on land, they're just trying to show off, and there's the intro title cards, Percy Jackson, the Olympian, and then it goes to him. And then I'm like, okay, cool. There's like an intro credits while he's under the water. I'm like, this is a neat way to do this. Like, kind of giving it a little respect. And he gets out of the water, and Black Grover is like, oh yeah, Percy Jackson's a beast. And I'm like, oh my fucking god! Like, immediately wanted to end my life.
That is the most early 2000 thing I've ever heard.
Well, not even that, bro. I was like, they made Grover Chris Tucker from fucking Rush Hour, bro. Like, I was like. Like, imagine if fucking Ron Weasley saw Hermione going down the fucking hallway and he went, damn! Like, this is the same shit. Yeah, exactly. Like, get the fuck out. And he was black. Like,
yeah.
Like, you could make Grover black, just make him Grover. Like, make him act the way the character did.
Why? Yeah. There's no problem in fucking changing colors, but, like, holy shit.
Bro, there's a scene where
dude, what if they did that to Miles Morales? They just made him Hood. I mean, yes, I'd watch that movie, but like, it wouldn't be good.
It wouldn't be Miles Morales.
No.
Yeah. Oh my fucking
It'd be
God.
M-Dog.
Yeah, they make fucking... I mean, you have to make changes to characters to make a movie work just because it's a shorter medium, but like...
Obviously. Was that the change? Was that the thing holding the medium back?
The same guy that directed the first two Percy Jackson... Well, the only Percy Jackson movies is the same guy who fucking directed the first Harry Potter movie.
Chris Columbus?
Yes.
Yeah. And he did Home Alone too.
And I was like, the first Harry Potter is known to be like extremely faithful to the novels. Like one of the best movie adaptations to any book. And I was like, how did you fuck this up so bad, dude?
Also, I just think it was, I don't like how he films. There's a lot of static shots. There's not a lot of long form filmmaking. It's very, generic fucking filmmaking.
Yeah, it's just cinema. Yeah, you're just going for a blockbuster movie, but I mean, like,
that's why I like the third one so much.
Yeah.
Alfonso Cuarón fucking killed
Prisoner of Azkaban is a fun movie.
The first two movies he did before he did that was like a violent French movie and a very sexual French movie.
Cool.
So for fucking Warner Brothers to be like, hey, do you want to take on this children's property? It's such a big fucking, and he killed it.
It makes sense. Well, a lot of people have. That's like the first movie that starts like veering off the books a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's not that much, but it's the one that people point at being like, you're the one that started this trend. Because by the fucking end, the movies are like so different than the books.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
But good.
I mean, I'm never one of those people. It's like, it's a fucking movie. I don't care.
Oh, it's true. But I mean, like, as long as you get the essence of the book, like there's some like plot moments and shit that should definitely happen. But
like, I don't care that Hermione she didn't have a fucking elf subplot the entire fucking series. Like, I don't need that in my movie. I think enjoyed it in the book. I don't give a shit.
What people had issues with were like, Ron wasn't as good of a friend to Harry as he was in the book. Like, they were basically made to be like fucking genuine brothers. Mm-hmm. And then Hermione was like, they basically gave Hermione a bunch of lines that Ron had in the book. Yeah. And she took up like half of his character. And then a lot of people were like, why did this happen? I mean, all of that is still nothing compared to making fucking Ron black. Mm-hmm. And when they go on a field trip, he's making snarky jokes to the whole class when he's supposed to be a fucking like dipshit, fucking like little whimpery. Yeah. Like, oh my God. Like,
that's why when he turns into a fucking satyr, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
My loser friend is actually super cool.
It's so fucking dumb too, man. There's this one scene, it pisses me off so bad. It's when they fucking find out that Percy is a demigod and he's like driving to camp with his mom
Right for the Minotaur.
Yeah. But so in the book, the Minotaur flips the car.
Uh-huh.
In the movie, the Minotaur throws a cow at the car, and that's what makes it flip. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And so like Percy's like, Mom, are you okay? Grover, you all right? And he's taking his pants off, and Percy's like, Yo, what are you doing? He's got his legs, and then he's like, amongst all this chaos and shit, Grover goes, it's just me, is it raining cows? And I'm like, oh.
That's not even a good joke.
At all, bro.
It's not good.
Not even a little bit. Like, I feel bad for the guy.
That's just stating facts.
I know. I feel bad for the actor.
It would have been funnier if he just said, a cow just hit our car, instead of saying, what the fuck?
It would have been more fitting if he was like, was that a fucking cow?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You are not going to look at a cow smashing your vehicle, making you flip, and now you have to take off your goat pants so you can kick the windows out, and you're going to be like, it's just me as a raining cow. Like, that's going to be so fucking dumb. Like, oh my Christ.
And I know it's a movie and you don't have to have fucking casual dialogue, but like, yeah, in that moment, no one's saying shit.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, Rick Riordan did write like a bunch of cheesy shit that they would say like in fights and stuff. But then, I don't know, man, the fights in the movies suck.
They're not good.
All of the characters are not written the way they are in the fucking movies.
Nope.
In the books. I mean, it just is bad.
It's not good.
So I'm going to have fun making that video.
I think Sea of Monsters on Netflix. I might just watch it just so I can hate myself for 2 hours. Because that's always a good time.
I think that one's supposed to be worse than the first one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And Sea of Monsters is a good book, too.
It's fun. It's really fun. Also, there's like so many characters they didn't introduce.
No.
Like Sea of Monsters, that one bitch, daughter of Ares, Clarice, is supposed to be like one of the main characters. Like she goes on the trip with him.
Dude,
they didn't even introduce her in the first movie, and I doubt she's in the second movie.
No. Did they introduce the Zeus daughter? Because that's how the first book ends.
There's not even a tree, bro.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's like they don't do shit with that plot line. I mean, they changed basically the whole entire fucking plot line of the first movie, or the first book. Which I'm like, okay, yeah, there's a lot going on in the book, so it's like I'm fine if you cut out a couple fucking things, bro.
Especially because the movie's only like an hour and a half.
It's a bad fucking movie. It's whatever though.
I have a buddy who's really into Dune.
Okay.
And they're doing the HBO show.
Wait, I thought it was a movie.
Is it a movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a full length, like 3-hour movie.
Whatever is happening, like, because he seems excited, and I'm just like, I really hope it's. I don't care about Dune because I haven't read anything about it, but I really hope it's good for you,
bro.
buddy.
It looks dope as fuck. Like I've seen the trailers, and it's like I was looking at the like the hype around it. Apparently they're going like old school Star Wars and that shit. Like they've put like millions, like tens of millions of dollars into
puppetry,
just the set designs, bro. Like they seriously build these like giant sets, and then I don't know. They got a ton of like super high level actors. They got
speaking of which, speaking of fucking big sets, I don't care about the Alien movies, but they made those like that big fucking like Cthulhu looking chapel, like actual set with like a bunch of weird fucking imagery and shit, and they actually made the sets. I'll have to show you it.
Okay,
but it's super fucking crazy and like it's got like tentacles and it's all real. Like
that's pretty fun.
That is dope, and I'm glad they did it. But I could not imagine like you just walk in like your first day on the set.
You're actually looking at it.
I don't think I'm gonna have to do a lot of acting here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but that's good. I mean, I feel like practical effects are getting left behind so often, even though they're
really
like,
helps the general feel. Like it helps the actor.
It's so valuable, man.
Because like.
Yeah, because nowadays it's like
act towards this tennis ball.
You're basically acting in a big blue room so that later somebody can even take you out of the big blue room and just animate what you've been doing. And so it's I don't know.
Look right there. That's where Optimus Prime is.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's not.
They literally have the faces on a big stick, I think, and sometimes it's like come on. Man.
And that's just for eye level to help the. At that point, it's like.
I mean, it's fucking better than what they did in the Percy Jackson movie, bro. When he comes out, I'm telling you, when Poseidon came out there,
Mr. Dang there, Poseidon.
Poseidon wasn't looking at that fisherman not one bit. He was about 10 feet off.
Like, what if there's like on the History Channel, you know how they have those consultants that talk over like B footage, like B-roll footage?
Okay.
What if he was just as knowledgeable, but he talked like a fucking swamp man.
Yeah. He just happened to go to fucking...
The dang dare Egyptians used massive hordes of them dare slaves to hook up those
He just happened to go to Bayou University down in Missouri.
Like he's just as smart. He just talks funny. The dang dare, the symbols are in a language we have yet to decipher.
You can see they used the sedimentary rock to go ahead and preserve that their culture, I believe, and I feel like I'd still get into it.
Oh yeah, it would just make me laugh if there's one man. It's like, well, it's interesting that the language we haven't been able to, and then cut to.
Yeah, that shit's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he keeps peeking the mic. He doesn't know how to use the dang dare.
He's screaming in the booth. Everybody can hear him outside of the fucking audio booth.
Oh, dude, that'd be even funnier. Fucking David Attenborough talking over nature footage. Dang dare penguin is using his feet to make sure that the egg don't fall into their eyes.
Now he got to make sure that he passed the egg from his feet to his wife's feet.
The shell's very thin.
If it touches the ground, baby dies.
Baby done there die.
Baby die. That'd be pretty fucking funny.
That'd be a good bit. There.
So you see this gazelle about it. Oh, he's running. Oh my god! Like he just starts reacting to the.
Yes, dude. Like I know they write beforehand, but if it was just a fucking reaction video to nature footage, that's a pretty. No,
dare. I love the idea of him starting out like talking about a gazelle. He's like, now you see this gazelle. He got 3 different rings on his horn. That's why he called it 3. Oh my, what is that? And then he starts. Is that a jaguar? Oh my god!
What's coming off? Oh my god! Oh geez.
Well, I think right now the gazelle should probably start.
Run!
Oh my! Yeah, exactly.
Run, little deer!
Oh, that'd be pretty fucking funny.
Take off!
And then he starts crying in the booth when he gets caught because it's Discovery.
Oh no! Oh my god! Can we cut?
We just met.
Can we cut? I named him.
Why'd you show me this?
I named him Barnaby.
He starts getting real fucking emotional in the booth.
Oh my god!
And then the next scene is a totally different voice actor because they're sick of his shit. And the jaguar starts eating the meat fresh. Like it is completely different voice actor.
The jaguar has been successful, and the pups will not go hungry.
It's so.
distant crying, like they didn't even take him out of the booth. He's just they moved in a new guy.
You fucking bastard, man!
Fucking goddamn!
That boy had pups too, or something.
You guys just don't get it.
He could have had long life. Yeah, but whatever.
This ain't entertainment.
This bit's been going on for a long time.
Dude, we could go for 20 minutes just doing wacky voices and talking about nature.
Just fucking make sharkrobot.com t-shirts with Hick Discovery Channel guy on it.
Oh, dude, like guy in a sleeveless flannel shirt and a fucking trucker hat screaming on a microphone about how damn deer.
Every fucking early YouTuber. That was the worst. How they'd like force jokes to stick around so they can market them.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, come on, bro. I gotta be honest with you. I kind of feel like that's what Game Grumps did when they made the burger thing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
because it was a very good in the moment, like spontaneous. It was a good bit in the video, but then they made shirts, and it's like, no.
We're gonna keep this forever.
Well, the thing is, like, the thing that people don't get is like when you make a shirt, and maybe this is just me. I don't want to wear a shirt with an inside joke.
You're dead ass, yeah, dude. I want a shirt to look good.
Yeah, even though technically I am wearing a sweatshirt with a fucking inside joke, but that's besides the point. This is just a good sweatshirt, and I like the color.
You didn't buy it yourself.
Yes, no. But yeah, I'm not going to actively go out and find a shirt because I think their intention is for people when they see it, like two people, like when you're walking down, you're going to see a Grumps fan, be like, hey, cool.
Yeah.
But I don't want that interaction.
Me neither.
I don't want that.
And even if it is, I still want the shirt to like there can be an inside joke. There can be, a meaning behind what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
But I want it to look good. I don't want it to be some cheesy bullshit. Like I just bought a hoodie with Reptar on it.
That rules.
But I love the fucking design because it's like this salmon pink hoodie,
it's
and then in the center,
the
center, it's got this like large and like embroidered patch of Reptar, and it like the colors work great.
I've seen it. I like the design,
and it's fucking nice.
There's this guy I watch, that fucking Fallout guy. He makes shirts, and they're just really good fucking art pieces of like the setting.
That's what I would say, bro.
And it's just like, oh, it's pretty, and he's even fans have comments like, hey, I don't like double-sided shirts. So he's like, okay, cool. It's just like, it's one of those things where you want to make a shirt people are going to wear, like, because there's con shirts that you only wear to cons.
Yeah, like, I'm a fan.
That's a lot of YouTuber stuff.
You might as well just put I'm a fan
on
a shirt. I'm a fan of blank.
Yeah, just make a shirt that everyone's going to fucking want to wear casually.
I think H3H3 did like that type of shit the best.
They have a totally different fashion line.
But I know, but it's like...
It's attached to their H3H3 brand, but it's not...
Like, I have a Teddy Fresh hoodie, and like, that's just super fucking dope. And it's like, if you're somebody else who likes H3, you're going to be like, oh, I know why you got that. That's dope. But to everybody else, it's like, oh, that's just a cool hoodie.
That looks like an adult baby shirt. I like that. I love Teddy Fresh, but anytime I look at it, it's like, well, that's a romper for a child in a child's...
Yeah, some of their designs get weird, man. Like, they go for some, like weird skate kind of edgy shit. Yeah. I'm like, man... But it's whatever. I do like the... I like cool. I like their logo, and then I like their hoodies.
Yeah. I was... I realized what how to describe my musical taste the other day, because I was listening to, because I put that fucking Yes meme song because it's fucking slaps.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I guess I'll just listen to more Yes.
You're talking about the one that goes yeah, that one?
No. The fucking the thing we used for the edit last week, the JoJo thing. Boom, boom,
okay. I thought you were talking about the one where it's fucking He-Man.
Hey, yeah. No, that song's not good. Well, I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, I just like fuck it, like. And I'm gonna sound so fucking pretentious, but you know it's true because I've shown you what I listen to. 70s fucking prog rock hits me so good.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I love that shit.
You should learn to play bass guitar.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing. Like, I played in the because I played trombone and tuba. My brain's just locked in now to anytime I hear music to hear either the bass line or the lower.
Yeah.
So anytime there's a fucking sick ass bass, and also to the point where the song can be categorized as having acts and intermissions, I love that shit.
Yeah, you're like all those people who love like singers that would make like fucking ballads and shit like that. You're like that, but for people who play guitar. You're like, how I want you to tell me a story through riffs. Like,
I don't fucking know why, but I love that shit.
I mean, I can't really explain my music choice. I can explain some of it. Like, I really like indie music, like the typical.
You're low. I don't want to say low energy because you do have some shit that slaps hard, but like I don't even want to say moody, because that has connotations to you.
I feel like a lot of the music I've been listening to this past year has been moody, but that's just because I've been going through some shit.
What's been going on?
Oh, I don't know.
Is anything in the news? Maybe
just growing up. No, I actually don't really give a fuck what's going on in the news. I'm like, I have no control over any of that shit.
I was talking to my buddy, and he does a lot of stuff online, and he already works from home and shit.
Okay.
So when the pandemic hit, he's like, because we would hang out as friends, but the only difference is like everyone just get on Discord and it's the same shit. So he wasn't really hit that hard from it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty introverted. I'll hang out. Like, I'm not actively going against not hanging out with people. So I wasn't that, but like all my other friends are like, they got hit, like loneliness hit them hard. And I was like, it's not that hard.
Now I'm getting to the point where I am getting like so homesick for being able to do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want to be able to go out and do stuff, but like it hasn't been that bad. And I don't know. We're coming out of it right now. Like, a lot of people are getting vaccinated. A lot of places are easing up on their rules. It's more common to just be outside and shit, which
they're getting close to that 100 million vaccinations.
So
in 100 days,
which is nice.
Which is very good.
No, the moody shit just came from growing up and being like, oh, I was a kid. What? Mm-hmm. And then realizing what bad things happened to you as a kid and trying to.
I think I just really enjoy it because, like, I thought what I liked was complexity in music, but I don't think it's that. I think I really enjoy listening to 4 different instruments played at fucking max, like. Not only efficiency, but max style.
The skill and all of the. There is something.
If you can make such a complicated piece of music, only really using a guitar, bass, drums, and then maybe keyboards, blows my fucking mind.
Yeah, that is cool. There is something that I think that music gets across where it's like, if you're playing music with people, and everybody's like, you're playing loud and everybody's hitting everything as they should be, and it sounds good and it feels good. Like there's a little bit extra on top. Like there's a little fucking cream on top of the cake that just makes it so much fucking better. Like it's,
dude, once a week I just listen to that fucking Who guitar solo and I was like, I can take on the fucking world.
yeah, dude, and you can tell like that motherfucker was closing his eyes, leaning back, and he was
fucking killing.
He was fucking that guitar up. Like,
hey, anyone listen to the Who's Quadrophenia album? It's so good.
It's a long album.
Yeah, you're gonna need to have some time.
If you want an introduction to the album, just listen to The Rock. That's what we're talking about. That's a really good song.
God, and the song afterwards is so like you have to listen to those two songs together.
If you want to have like an anime comeback moment, but through a guitar, listen to that song. Like
anytime I achieve something, that guitar solo is playing in the back of my head.
Like, you know, when like Goku gets his ass absolutely handed to him, and then everybody's like, Goku, oh my, he's gonna fucking die. and then he like starts getting up and he fucking screams, and he's like 3 times as strong as he was for some reason. That's what that song is. Good. That's what that song is. So
it's just,
but
and I don't want to get on the Rolling Stone about it, but they were talking about that fucking song, and they're like, I don't like the guitar solo. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Who?
The Rolling Stones.
Oh,
the Rolling Stone, the magazine.
Okay,
because they reviewed the.
I was about to be like the other band. Like
they reviewed the fucking album. And they're talking about how, and I think they were talking about the guitar solo in the very very end of that song.
Okay,
not the actual like the
whole thing.
Yeah, and I was like, well, it ruins it. And I was like, no, it's a prelude to the fucking next song. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I'll probably sooner or later I'll make a video on that. How much that album means to me.
I feel like most music that I listen to, it just has to like, it's either gonna be dumb and fun, and I have to enjoy it that way, or I have to
junk food.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Like
there's nothing wrong with that.
Like Baby No Money, I really love that motherfucker, but that's music junk food. Like he just makes shit that sounds good. It's fun to bop on, and that's it. But there's other music, like I really like Rally Ritchie and that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's really good.
I just listen to that shit because I'm like, oh, that feels like my childhood. Now, like, well, it feels like right now, thinking about my childhood, somehow he got
he
that
hits
feeling across the music
for childhood perfectly. It's really incredible.
It is this like strange nostalgia though. It's like this. It's like a mix of regret and like.
But it seems like every song he comes out of it
positive.
Yeah. It's nostalgic depression turning into positive adult care and like mental health.
Yeah, self-care. It's a very complex like feeling, but he does get it across very well, and it's something that I've felt before. So
it's very good.
Yeah, that's why I dig that shit. But I don't know. A lot of I listen to a lot of fucking music, and there's different reasons for everything. So. I think the only music that I probably never would have listened to in my life if it wasn't for somebody else would be indie, like I was saying. When I met my girlfriend, that was like what she was into at the time. And so like I just have like that very strong connection of like, you know, the honeymoon period of being with somebody, and then like
what kind of bands were you thinking?
Passion Pit was one of them. Like it's this indie band. Take a Walk, I think, is probably the #1 song that I like have in my head to like, we're driving like downtown, we're gonna go fuck around, and, like it's sunny and it's summer and yeah, that's just like what that time feels like. It's that song. So
definitely.
But music's a special thing, man. There's something about it. Like if you just listen to like a few songs that you haven't listened to in a long time, and they were all like clumped together in that moment of time to you, you'll just like transport back to the exact feelings you had like at that time in your life. And it's so strange.
I listened to a lot of new metal in high school, so I was a very upset and angry human being. So it's nice now to know that I listen to more not fucking like
not
loud
non-aggressive
and pissed off. I'm like anytime I listen to Korn now, I was like, yeah, I really was into this shit.
Yeah, that's fair. I definitely have those moments too. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't listen to Eminem anymore just because I'm not 14, but I mean, he's still good. I don't want to trash on him. Like when he came out with that album Kamikaze, I did listen to it. But
Kamikaze good. Dude, even he thinks he went a little too much back when he first came out.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is like, when I listen to that shit, I'm definitely like, yeah, what mindset was I in at this time? I was like, oh yeah, I was like a really overweight 13-year-old who felt like, you know, you're mad at yourself and you're mad at the world. And like, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the only reason that most people like really connect to music is because of the emotions it gives.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So
I mean, that's the other thing. Yeah.
But I mean, there is a lot of music that I know and enjoy just because it's like, you know, those fucking like things that get caught in your ear and you hear them in a grocery store and on the radio and your dad knows it and all that other shit. Like fucking chicken fried. Like I would never seek that song out in my life. A little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on fried. Like I don't fucking.
Oh yeah, that one.
Like I'm not looking for that song, but god damn it, everybody knows it. It's fucking catchy. Like shit's good, man. Like
I remember the only time I've ever during like Christmas time while we're working at Hy-Vee in a grocery store and you're just listening to dog shit like nothing music, but during Christmas time, every so often, maybe like once every 3 hours, they would play the Peanuts theme.
Ugh.
And it was the only thing getting me through that shift.
Fuck you, man.
Dude, the Peanut theme rules. You're a fucking moron.
I don't agree, man.
You're stupid.
Like, it's just, he's playing the same fucking thing over and over, and it's one instrument. I'm like, I didn't know I was fucking listening to somebody's grandpa fucking, like, inside the store. Even that would be cooler, because at least I get, like, the fucking audio ambience in the store, you know what I mean?
I would make everyone shut up until the song was done.
Shit was recorded in like 1910, bro. I don't give a fuck about that song.
That's one reason why I like that song so much, because every other fucking Christmas song was recorded once and then it's just been re-recorded a million fucking times. There hasn't been a new Christmas song since Justin Bieber.
Ariana Grande made an album that was somewhat successful. So, but I mean, like, fuck that bitch. But Justin Bieber's song is fucking funny. I can't remember but he says shoddy at some point. Yeah. I'm like, this will age. So like in 80 years, people will be like, shoddy.
Fuck. Dude, fucking 80 years from now, if that's like a classic Christmas tune,
I'll kill myself.
It's the only use of shoddy all year. No one uses that word anymore.
A lot of people won't even understand it. Yeah, it'd be so fucking dumb. Yeah, Bing Crosby's where it's at, though, bro.
That's like hearing a Christmas song and they say gay.
Yeah. Yuletides.
It's like, ugh.
It's like, oh, that's what they're talking about.
But Justin Bieber fucking in 2052 says the word shouty.
That motherfucker was like 13 when he made that thing too. Bing Crosby is where it's at with fucking Christmas music though.
Is he the one who made the really rapey one?
No. What? No, he's like the iconic like Christmas music guy. Like,
yeah, I know.
It's beginning to look a lot.
Who sung it's the weather. No.
The weather outside, and then he fucking the lady sings back to him.
I think.
I don't think that's as rapey as people fucking make it out to be.
I don't know.
It's a different culture at the time, and she's also playing with them. You know what I mean?
I guess. Anytime I listen to it, I was like, you. I know it's called that. You should let her go home, dude. She's obviously not into it.
No, but that's the thing. At the end of the song, they make it clear that she obviously was into
it. Yeah, I guess. Guys, all you got to do is break her down.
That is not the case.
You just got to break her down.
No, listen to Bing
Crosby. You just got to break her girl down.
I don't even think it's Bing Crosby, but
no, it's not him. That's why
she fucking goes.
Do we need to pause it and go listen to the entire song?
No, absolutely not. She goes like, maybe I'll just stay for one more drink, and he's like, really? After all that work, and like, or some shit like that. Like, it's obvious that she's being playful through it. Like that's the vibe.
I love tongue in cheek early sexism. It's great.
Oh my fucking god.
It's not a good song.
You fucking libtard.
Yeah, you know what? Fine. I'll take it.
I know. I'd consider myself a libtard, and I don't think it's rapey, bro. Yeah. I think it's genuinely playful. Like, I could see myself fucking around with my girlfriend like that. Like,
yeah, okay, that makes sense, but I don't see any familiar relations in that song. He just met that girl.
That's not the case. She's at his house in the song. Are we really arguing the semantics of a fucking song written in the 1950s?
Yes.
Is this rapey or not? Like,
no,
it's not like
absolutely.
It's not like early James Bond where he's like fucking throwing his finger in somebody's ass and being like,
yeah.
What, do you
shake it, not stir.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you like my stir technique? The only thing I stir.
A woman is only
your innards.
Dude, have you ever heard the writer of James Bond or like the books talk about women?
No.
It's fucking insane. He talks like a fucking Onion article. It's like, well, women are more docile than men, and you need to be. He talks in that really intelligent way that, but
like
if you pick apart,
he's like, women are like, he basically is like, you need to dominate them, fellas. Like,
women are subservient. It's like,
that's
oh my
fucking
God.
rough.
Jesus Christ.
Using the 3-star word doesn't make it good, brother.
I think Patton Oswalt had a bit like that. It's like, have you ever noticed that the worst people talk intelligently and the best people don't? And he goes through this long diatribe. He's like, I just think homosexuals are less superior than, and then he just talks in as like, I just think fags can get married. I don't think I don't see anything wrong with that.
I think honestly it's just because the people that don't care about what other people do with their life, or the people that will allow others to do with their lives what they want, are the people who are making the better decision, and the people that want to control other people's lives are those that have to like really delve into the idea. So the only people that can argue that point are highly intelligent. The one who can argue the correct point, you can be fucking retarded and just be like, I mean, he's not fucking my asshole. I don't care. Like,
I don't give a shit.
Like, as long as it's a consenting asshole, and it's of age, I don't care.
Yeah, it's like it's just that bit just killed me,
bro.
Because it makes perfect sense. Because dude, do you know the Hershey guy wants to try to control the water?
Hershey guy?
The CEO of Hershey, for like the longest time, he was trying to make sure that water wasn't a what's it called? A guaranteed right. Yeah, he's trying to lobby for it.
Dude, fuck. I'm so fucking sick of that shit, man. Like,
we're trying to make internet a fucking guaranteed right. Like, we can't even get over water.
They fucking are, bro. As soon as I know everybody like shits on Elon Musk sometimes because he's kind of cringy on Twitter and shit like that, but like,
I mean, I don't like him.
You don't like him, period?
I don't know. I don't like how he acts, but I also like what he's doing. So it's one of those things where it's like,
I mean, I can respect that.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but once they fucking repealed net neutrality, he was like, all right, well, I guess we got to fix this too. And so they've been sending up satellites with every fucking SpaceX launch. And he's basically trying to make it so that the entire world has access to extremely fast internet by doing that. And it's like working.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, my service, you're just going to get it. You just get pay and you get it. Like, there's no like, you're not gonna have to worry about packages like with fucking So basically he's like, well, if they're gonna fucking ruin the market, I'll just have to make the best product and everybody will just have to stay at the level they're at right now. And I was like, that's smart. Good for you. I like you. And he did make electric cars like big in America, which is good. Okay. Did you know China is actually better than America in terms of like
everything?
No, absolutely not. In terms of keeping
all hail Chairman Mao.
Their what? He's been dead for like fucking 50 years, bro.
You should tell China that.
I mean, they definitely do a lot of capitalist shit that Mao would have murdered everybody for.
And he did.
Oh, yes. But he's not anymore.
I'm just saying, he's coming back.
It's fucking Winnie the Pooh in there now, bro.
Yeah, fucking.
Did you know that it's like illegal to just have Winnie the Pooh like anywhere there now like, because of that?
Yeah.
It's so funny to me. Imagine controlling a gigantic part of the world and you get bullied. So you go, you're not allowed to bully me. Like,
no more Sheens on Twitter.
Yeah, like, exactly. That's fucking funny, man.
Dude, it's
Xi Jinping.
Yeah.
What a name, dog. What a fucking name. You imagine naming your fucking kid Xi?
No, because I'm not Chinese.
That'd be dope. Hey, yo, Xi.
Jing Rodriguez. What a good
Xi Jinping? I don't fucking remember. It's definitely Xi and his other name's Ping. Yeah. I don't remember what the middle one is. Also, what's up with some cultures where you say every name? Like the Koreans, like Bong Joon-ho, like his name is all three. You don't leave one out.
Yeah, there's some cultures that don't really do middle names. Because like when I say Ryan Bond, I don't say whatever your middle name is.
What do you think my middle name is? Based off my heritage, what do you think it is?
That's a good question. Well, it's probably biblical. So, And I'm gonna go with Michael.
No,
not even
that's
close.
my dad's middle name.
Damn, that's my brother's middle name too.
It's like every fucking white dude's middle name.
Well, okay, let me get there.
My family has a tradition with middle names, so let's see if that helps you.
Oh, it doesn't.
Familial, it goes down the chain.
Okay. Is it named after a family member in the past?
Yes.
That doesn't help me.
Yeah, you don't know my family's names. I don't know. It's my dad's name. It's Andrew.
Really?
Ryan
Okay.
Andrew Bond. And then his name, his middle name is my grandpa's. Well, not really. Mm-hmm. His middle name is my great grandpa's name because he has an older brother, my uncle, and he has my grandpa's name.
I got my brother got my grandpa's first name, and I got a great grandpa I never met. It's middle name.
Jiminy.
Yes, Shane Jiminy Rodriguez.
What is your middle name?
Daniel.
Man, we gotta get rid of these old fucking names.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, I'm so sick of all the biblical names. Like,
I mean, they're sick.
Fucking,
they're dope as hell.
Josh through Zachariah, get it the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so sick.
It just makes me laugh. It's like, I'm sure Joshua 1,000 years ago was like a very noble name to have.
Yeah.
But like, I've met a couple good Joshes, but it doesn't have a lot of good. Like Zach, not a lot of good Zachs hanging out,
bro. And what is up with that? Actually, how come they kept the full name for Joshua, Isaiah, Zachariah was too much?
Yeah, Zachary.
Zachary. Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I'm good. Zachary.
Fuck the Aya. Yeah.
It just makes me laugh. They give.
What are we, liberal?
They give total douchebags fucking biblical names that have to have such. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
and honestly, why aren't the cool biblical names used? Like, why is nobody named Abel?
Well, he died. I wouldn't.
Oh, but he's like the best of
he is
men.
Pretty dope. He's pretty dope.
No, he's literally the story is
he got Abel or Cain got jealous, so he killed him with a rock.
Yeah, but when you break it down, he's one of the. Well, that did happen. I don't know if it was a rock.
It was a goat bone.
I don't care what he killed him with. He killed him. That's the fucking thing you're supposed to care about. But he's one of those guys that everybody likes, and you want to hate him because everybody likes him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's so nice and good at everything that he does that you can't hate him for any any good reason.
The only reason you can hate him is because of jealousy.
Yeah, because you're a shithead. Yeah,
it'd be cool.
So that's the point of the story. But yeah, so why wouldn't you want to name your kid Abel? Like, that's got a good connotation behind it.
I don't know.
No, but we name our kids fucking Ezekiel
or fucking Shane. I don't like that. I don't like that name. I don't like.
Is that from the Bible? I don't think so.
No. It's just I just a little
Shame,
a little self-loathing right in the middle of the podcast.
They kind of did fuck you up with just being
I don't like Shane.
They just peered 20 years in the not 20. They peered 5 years into the future and saw Jimmy Neutron. They're like, that's this motherfucker.
My parents actually said, like, do we want him to be confused with Sean for the rest of his life? Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
That's pretty rough.
God, I've been called Sean so many goddamn times.
I get called Brian a lot with a fucking B. And
they just add a letter.
It just fucking drives me crazy, bro. I'm like,
I've gotten over it now, but I remember when I was a kid, I was like, oh, so I'm leaving no impact on you for you to even try to remember my name.
I'm super used to it now, but I'm like, it's not like I'll shake somebody's hand and be like, I'm Jesse. And I'm like, I'm Ryan. And I'll be like, nice to meet you, Brian. And I'm like,
yeah, so we're just, so we're done.
Yeah, exactly.
We're done here.
The conversation moves on and I don't correct them because I'm like, I'll probably never fucking see you again.
Yeah, exactly.
But I fucking hate that people think of me as the dog from fucking Family Guy. Like, I don't want that shit on me, bro. Fuck the name Brian. If your name is Brian,
fuck you.
Fuck you, bro.
Fuck you.
God damn, your parents named you wrong. Why do you have an I in your name? If your name is Brian and you have a Y instead of an I, you're all right.
Actually, you know what?
Just legally change it to Ryan.
I know we don't really have an audience right now, so we're the only people who are going to listen to this are people who've actually enjoyed our content.
I was thinking about that too.
If you've gotten back here and your name is Brian, we don't want you here.
If it's
stop buying our merch.
Listen, I'm gonna call my shot. If it's the year 2024, and you're listening to this because you listen to one of our good ones in the future, and you came back just to see what it was like.
By the way, we're sorry these first 3 have sucked.
That's
bad. On us. They're not great.
And your name is Brian.
Brian.
With an I.
I.
Fuck you and unsubscribe from me, please.
Yeah. Please unsubscribe.
Watch half of my fan base be Brian's. Like that'd be so fucked.
Dude, 2023, we just lose 2,000 subscribers out of nowhere.
All the Bryans are gone.
It's like we're on Twitter. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I make a call to all the Bryans.
Guys, we're just kidding.
I was kidding, Brian.
But we're not.
I'm not.
We're not kidding.
Fuck you, Brian.
Fuck you, Brian.
If it's with a Y, you're okay at best.
If you're
Quit
Brian
being
with an
imposter.
I, I don't want to make a blanket statement, but I think they're all pedophiles.
You know what I hate even more than all that, actually?
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna let that statement stand. If your name is Ryan with an I.
Does that exist?
It does exist.
Weird.
You're disgusting if that's the case. You're actually fucking filthy. Like, you came out of the womb looking like you came out of a fucking tar pit. That was fucking awful. I meant to say mud pit, and then I was like, what's worse than mud? Like,
fucking tar.
That was like, I literally described all of people whose names are R-I-A-N being tar babies. So good for me.
I saw
fucking.
You guys can see this because we're not doing video yet, but I was talking and I saw Ryan's eyes and face explode with regret, a little bit of shame. Like you were totally neutral, and then you got to the tar pit and went, "Oh no."
I just
total fucking panic.
You just gotta let the words spill out of you, and sometimes
apparently no,
sometimes
you shouldn't.
They're bad.
Yeah, spill just like all those tar babies.
It's not like I was letting a legitimate fucking slur fly.
Yeah. I've met chains with Y's.
That's fucking disgusting. Where?
Syane.
Did you mean Shayne?
Yes.
Okay. Because you said Syane.
Shane.
That's gross.
Yeah.
And at that point, why do you need the E?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, no.
Shayn. Why the E?
I think we said a couple podcasts ago that maybe 75% of parents aren't qualified. We might need to bump that up just based on the names alone.
Based on the fucking name. I was named after a baseball player. The fastest pitcher in the MLB.
Ryan Johnson?
No. What? Isn't he a director? Doesn't his name have an I in it?
Wait, hold up. There's a baseball player with the... Oh, his name's Randy.
You fucking retard.
Randy,
no.
He killed a bird with a pitch.
It's Nolan Ryan. He's the fastest. He's got the fastest tracked pitch in the MLB right now. But then everybody's like Satchel Paige, who's black, and in like the 40s, they're like, he's probably faster, but nobody knows.
Because he wasn't.
Because he played for the Black League, yes. Yeah, unfortunately, he was not Jackie Robinson.
I was named it's very close to my family. They opened up a book and just flipped through some shit.
That's fucking rough.
They did that. They did that with.
To be fair,
damn it.
To be fair, at least that way it's your name.
Yeah.
Like I'm like.
You're just some pitcher no one cares about.
I was mediocre at rec league baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wasn't even a fucking pitcher, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think with my kids, I'm gonna have them be like just some random fucking name that I think sounds good.
Hey, Goku, Naruto, get in here.
That'd be so fucking nasty, bro. Could you imagine you named? Oh my god, I'm fucking looking this up right now.
How many kids are named Goku in America?
Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna make a bet. I'm gonna say it's above 20.
Oh, it's way more than 20, bro. It's gotta be thousands.
I hope not.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay.
What is it?
Goku is ranked 45,932nd most popular name given in the United States with an estimated population of 79.
That's too much. That's too many.
79 people in the U.S. are named Goku.
Okay.
Which is pretty fucking stupid, honestly.
Okay.
Right.
Like...
Let's try Gohan. Let's see how many are Gohan.
Oh, no.
I bet Gohan's way more. Oh. I mean, yeah, about twice as many. 144.
Interesting.
I bet nobody's named Go10. That name sucks. Yeah, it doesn't even come up.
You always forget about Goku's second son, huh?
Well, yeah, it's because he never fucking... They used him in like 2 fights, and they were like, all right, go.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Your only job is to do a fusion dance with Trunks.
Yeah, exactly. What, fucking 3 times. Fuck off. Also, he was in a fucking chamber for like a year. The fucking Goten and Trunks. It was just, no, I think they had Piccolo or somebody with them. I think they had somebody to train him. No, they didn't. No, they figured that shit on their own. It was just them two. Whatever. I don't fucking watch that shit anymore. Number of kids named Naruto. Okay. So I guess it's not really in America at all. How common is the name Naruto in Japan? Let's find out.
It's probably not.
Yeah, it can't be that fucking high, and it's not giving me any good answers, so we're gonna fucking stop this. But that is pretty bad though. If you name your kid Goku, fuck you. We're really just alienating as many people as we can.
No. I like to think we're gonna actively assault and insult our audience.
So if we ever meet somebody, like
our cons are going to be battle royales where we just whoever can win wins.
So currently, I have a dream about the first time in my life that somebody will be able to come up to me and be like, "Hey, dude, are you fucking this person? I love your shit.
Forget it.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you."
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warning for anybody who comes up to talk to me. I'm just fucking kidding. If at any point I am popular on YouTube and you do want to come talk to me, please, for the love of God. Make me feel validated in this fucking pursuit, please.
I don't know how I would react because I don't like strangers in the first place.
I think I would have
I don't like strangers complimenting me.
Bro, I would have an ear-to-ear grin for the rest of the week. I'd be so delighted.
Yeah. I'd probably have the
I'd be
fucking
like,
serotonin dose.
I'd be like, can I take a picture with you, motherfucker? Like, I'd be so fucking happy.
Dude, that'd be cool if you had a wall of pictures of fans that we took with people.
That'd be so
instead of
many. Like, if you get to the point where people are asking for pictures with you, eventually there's going to be so many.
Yeah.
A wall?
Maybe not a wall.
It'd be a fucking like 15 by 10 foot wall, and it'd be like 20 pictures deep. Like,
that'd be sweet.
You'd be wasting a lot of paper. Because the world is dying anyway.
It's not my fault.
What? It's not your fault?
No, it's not my fault.
It's not my fault I'm using it.
It's not my fault the world was already fucked when I got here.
Ugh. I mean, like, you're an adult now. You're a contributor.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, because I was thinking about, like,
I actively drive cars almost 24/7. I'm throwing so much carbon into the air.
That's true. I mean, to be fair, there are like super simple things that could happen that would just fix it.
Carbon tax, like we talked about the other day.
Yeah. We literally, in our personal time, we're like, if we just put a carbon tax on all companies in America.
Me and Ryan don't actually like each other, but we talk every so often.
Yeah, we talk about politics and that's it.
And we get loud, almost like
screaming matches.
Yeah, screaming matches across the hallway.
About politics.
About politics, because we're both very, very leaning on different sides of the political spectrum.
About our pig politics in particular.
Yes. Pig politics. Did you say big or pig?
Pig politics, dog.
I haven't heard that. What does that mean?
We fucking scream at each other about it all the time, bro.
Pigs?
How many pigs you're allowed to keep in one pen? The pig pen politics.
Oh.
And I'm like, fucking shove them in there, bro. Stack them 3 high.
No, you gotta have them separated. You gotta have individual pens for each pig.
Obviously, they're gonna be dead soon, so you might as well fill that pig pen up. That's what I'm saying.
This is disgusting. How dare you? Have you ever just stumbled into a bit on accident?
That wasn't on accident. I sought that one out, dog.
No, me. Have you ever just stumbled face first into a fucking...
I was trying to get you on something that you would actually be like legitimately against me on harshly.
It wasn't until because I was stumbling through and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then you said that and I was like, oh, I just said the opposite.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh. Yes, and kids, that's how you make these things work.
It's just out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm usually pretty good with yes ands, but when I mishear you, I can't yes and.
Yeah, when I say pig politics, it makes it a little difficult.
Yeah,
I didn't give us a good fucking.
No.
I didn't set the ball well for a spike.
Fine. It's fine. Do you guys like this fucking dissecting the frog here? This is fun. This is fun for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I did like dissecting frogs in school.
We got dissected a whole bunch of shit in high school.
In high school?
We had like
I didn't really dissect anything in high school.
We had frogs.
In biology, we dissected like 3 things, and I think one of them the teacher did it, and it was like an eyeball or something. That was
I remember I did a squid one time.
Yick.
We I cut off the tentacles and slapped my buddy with it.
Cool. Did you take anatomy? Or is that the one that they did it in?
It was just regular biology.
Bro, what the fuck?
I just had a cool teacher, and he had a bunch of.
Must have been. Who's your teacher? We'll beep his name. Okay, I don't think he was there for me. I had my football coach as his teacher, so. But, fuck, man. No,
Dude, we never talk about that on here. We went to the same school.
Yeah, the same high school. I mean, like, well, you're what, fucking 3 years older than me, so it wasn't like.
Well, you were in the same grade as my brother.
Yeah. Yeah, earlier when you were talking about Supernatural, I was going to be like, this is like a weird connection thing, because the reason I was introduced to Supernatural, because your younger brother and I had a crush on the same girl, and that girl really liked Supernatural, and she was like, you should watch it. And I was like, well, I like you, so I guess I'll watch it. I watched like the first season. I was like, I'm not about this shit.
Dude, I was thinking about that. Like, I was watching it, and I was like, I could probably get a pretty good sized and pretty good video out of this. And then it ended, and I went, oh, fuck.
It's fucking weird, bro. Like the way that it starts is like it's got a pretty decent like plot line, like a good idea for a show.
Here's the thing,
and then I went online and looked on like where the show goes, and it gets so fucking weird. I'm like, I'm not.
Dude, I love it because it starts off they fight a ghost, and that's how the second episode goes, and then the last season, the person they're fighting is God.
Cool.
And it's great because it's my favorite depiction of God because he's a fucking lazy writer. Named Chuck.
That's pretty cool, actually. Aren't they friends with the devil and shit in that show?
Lucifer's in there too, yeah. It's better than you think. I hate.
I'm sure.
The only reason it's hard for me to recommend it to people is because the website Tumblr exists.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard to recommend Doctor Who to people. I mean, that's my admission fee. Like, I can't get over Sherlock. I mean, that show gets bad.
I saw Sherlock before Tumblr, and I was like, that's pretty good.
The ending sucks.
I only watched like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
There's only like 8. Like,
yeah.
So
they introduce like a sister, and it gets to the point where it's just about fucking how smart Sherlock is instead of actually investing mysteries.
Investing in mysteries. I think this mystery will go up.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a 300% increase in the next 10 years.
GME on this.
It's looking good.
And then Supernatural is like, yeah, I mean, from the outside, it does look like pretty boys fighting monsters. It totally does.
That's dead ass why so many girls watched it.
Yeah.
There's like, I'd fuck him.
It's really good about
while I'm fucking him.
It's good about keeping. It's really good at consequences based on character choices. It's really good about, because it's only about like family. That's the whole point of the show.
Don't both the main characters die multiple times?
Yeah.
All about consequences?
Yeah. Okay. No. The consequences of them bringing it back. Literally, they'll set up the conflict, and then solving it usually involves something crazy, and that creates the next season's conflict. It's good at we're going to introduce this, you're going to solve it, but by solving that, we're introducing the next season's conflict.
And eventually, you fight Chuck.
And it gets to the point where you fight God.
Ugh.
They get some crazy timing. They even do like a DC style Crisis event where they go to a different universe, and that involves them bringing characters that have already died back to the world.
Bruh, you would have such a monumental task of trying to make a video to make people see that show's legitimately good.
That's why when it ended, I went, oh, it's 15 seasons.
Yeah, exactly,
and
bro.
If it wasn't for Tumblr, and if it wasn't for being on CW, the most teenage edgy bullshit channel ever, if it wasn't for those 2 things, I'm still trying to tell someone you should watch 15 seasons of something.
It's like telling somebody to go watch.
That's so hard.
It's like telling somebody to go watch One Piece. It's like, let me set aside 3 years of my life.
It's it's going to be a monumental task. It's going to be difficult. And I know what I'll have to do. And it's going to be exhausting. That's why I'm not doing it yet. And it's going to be maybe months down the line before I even start doing this again. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to go and watch each episode again. It would be my third playthrough of Supernatural.
I'm good, bro.
It's my new game plus of fucking...
I mean...
But I'm going to do that because I have another show I'm going to do that with.
What?
I don't think you've probably ever seen it. It's Person of Interest.
Never heard of it.
It's about right after 9/11, a guy creates a machine that combs through all internet data and all personal information and uses an algorithm to it's an AI that uses an algorithm to see violent crimes and stop them
before they happen. Yeah, that's a plot line in like a lot of different things.
It's just what I love about it.
What's scary about it is that it's feasible.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's a very grounded show.
And then
surprisingly,
it's like, bro, that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, and it was especially funny because it was a show. It was made by Christopher Nolan's brother, and it was right before Snowden came out with all his prison bullshit.
Fucking imagine you make this show, you pour your heart and soul into it, and you still get remembered as Christopher Nolan's brother. He
did Person of Interest. He did Westworld.
Oh,
it's really weird that those brothers went to two different forms of. One went into movies, and one went to make really kick-ass television.
And one was way more successful than the other.
I mean, depending.
Christopher Nolan has to be a minted millionaire. He has to have over $100 million.
Well, depending on how long a show goes, and I mean, like all of his shows are like fucking 5 seasons. You looking up Nolan net worth?
Christopher Nolan net worth.
Did you see Tenet?
No, I heard it was decent.
Yeah,
$250 million.
Good for him.
How much this motherfucker is worth, bro? What the fuck? The second most asked question is, what's Christopher Nolan's IQ?
Who gives a shit? He's behind a camera and he does it well.
Oh, it's because there was a meme or like some shit that said his IQ was 89.
This dumbass film good.
But yeah, fucking retard. Oh, but that's fun. What's his brother's name?
Something Nolan. I don't know.
Motherfucker, man. Something Nolan. You're defending him like something Nolan.
He's good.
Christopher Nolan brother. Brother jail. What the fuck? Jonathan Nolan? Matthew Francis Nolan.
Jonathan.
Oh. What the fuck? Interstellar.
Yeah, he did a couple stuff on his brother stuff too.
Oh.
He just thought it'd be more interesting to make TV shows than movies.
Yeah, his
number
one thing is Westworld.
Definitely.
Terminator Salvation. Fucking.
All right, we'll move quickly past that.
Ick.
That's very good evidence against what I just said.
Jonathan Nolan net worth. Could you imagine you and your brother being fucking millionaires? Oof. 30 million. I mean, if I had 30 million, I wouldn't be saying oof, but
yeah.
If your
compared to your brother,
if your brother got 250, that motherfucker's living on his own island. Your dumbass over here be like, I got a nice house. Like,
well, I assume like I said, he just likes the thing he does. If he really wanted to, he could be a fucking Christopher Columbus and just make big blockbusters for no fucking reason.
Yeah,
and get that fucking Percy Jackson money.
That's fair. That is fucking fair.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, that's a conversation we've had a lot when we talk, maybe once a month. Besides this,
yes.
We talk about like what's the difference between being successful and being fulfilled.
Yeah, for sure.
And which one would we rather enjoy?
Yeah, it's not hard to be Mr. Beast, it turns out.
Yeah.
I could say PewDiePie for 24 hours straight.
Yeah.
Not that fucking hard, it turns out.
Yeah. I'd much rather make a very complicated, or not even complicated, making a very work-intensive video because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on death grips rather than, can I sit in my car for fucking 24 hours?
Can I stay overnight in a Walmart for 24 hours? Can I? And then once
that
works,
crime.
Exactly. And then once that works out, let me just give my friends $5,000 for doing anything. More push-ups than me. Brush your teeth longer. Stand in this circle for fucking an hour.
And you made a deal with his friends. It's like, hey, you only get half of this. I get the rest because they're his friends.
There's probably some fuckery going on.
There's no way he gives out.
But I mean, to be fair, I hate that motherfucker. David Dobrik does the same shit. Fuck David Dobrik.
Really? Okay. I have no opinion on him.
He's like so bubbly and fucking annoying. And then he's just like, I got you a Lamborghini. And then his friends are like, thanks, bro. It's like their fucking 8th one. Yeah, these taxes are actually getting a lot on the. Can I just sell this one? Would that be okay?
I'm starting, because every so often I never watch anything on it, but I'll look at the featured page and I was like, YouTube's just turning into a bunch of pretty people doing rich stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's turning into TV.
I mean, to be fair,
it's turning into the fucking E network.
To be fair, it's like the shit that was popular and became popular on TV. It's gonna find a new evolved medium on YouTube, and then you just gotta remember it's fucking like 60% children that watch YouTube. Yeah. Like
we are not the audience.
Yeah, there's a reason that when you make a thumbnail, you make it big faces, you make it very obvious and easy to see, you make it like make money, you put fucking tits, you put like get anything that would make a fucking 8-year-old boy click, you're gonna get the views. So
I think we just figured out what our thumbnail's gonna be, no matter what we do here.
Tits, face, and a red circles pointing somewhere. Yeah.
God, I love those fucking videos where the thumbnail's like ancient city found right here. And it's like a shoreline.
So
and it's
fucking annoying.
And then you watch the video and it's like, oh, so they found a watch on in the ocean. Cool.
Yeah, and it's like 35 minutes long.
Yeah, it's like, I thought we were gonna talk about something cool.
It's got like 15 million views. I'm like, oh my fucking god. Actually, I think YouTube's been doing a good job recently of kind of feeling like old YouTube. I feel like there's been a lot of viral shit recently that's like really old and like really out of left field that I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like this, like the dumbest shit. I can't think of an example right now, but like that one fucking video where there's like 30 guys in a fucking locker room
singing the Halo theme.
Oh, yeah.
There's every so often stuff like that happens. I was like, oh, this is what I grew up watching.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like I don't know, that old fucking like surprise factor of seeing something wild on YouTube every now and then.
Like, I didn't really enjoy Smosh, but watching their fucking journey is fucking awe-inspiring. It's crazy.
It really fucking is. Because they were doing that shit back when like
the only reason
nobody even knew you could make money like that on the internet. Like
they went to YouTube because they had their own website, and fans of that website was posting stuff on YouTube. And slowly but surely, they became the most for a second. They were the most subscribed channel on YouTube.
Longer than a second. I think it was a few years, right?
I don't know. I remember Jenna Marbles and all them, and David.
No, David Dobrik was never.
No, that's not who I'm thinking.
It was pretty much. It jumped around a lot. It was Fred for a while.
Who did?
And then it became PewDiePie in like 2013. It's been him ever since.
3 equal D. Do you remember that fucking Ray William Johnson
equals 3? Did you 3 equal D?
What was it?
It was equals 3.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
It was shaped like a dick, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it looks like an equal sign and a 3. So it's just like the shaft and the balls. Yeah. Yeah. That guy's fucking weird, man.
I know.
He seriously had one of the most popular shows on YouTube, and he just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And now he's like trying to be an actor in all these like movies, and like he does get roles, so good for him. But like, you're fucking stupid.
Well, I mean, like we said earlier, would you rather be successful or fulfilled?
I can't imagine being fucking
a struggling actor is very fulfilling.
Yeah, honestly. But
that's.
I've heard there's weird shit going on with him. Like he fucking knows some like sketchy people in Hollywood that he like hangs out. I have no idea. I'm speaking out of my ass, but all I know is that there's a clip coming out of him from one of his equals 3 video where he yells the N-word with a lightsaber and slashes through the camera. And it's fucking early. It's like 2007, bro. Like that's just edgy humor. You know what I mean?
And
it's popping back up, and I'm like, this poor motherfucker, man. But it's so funny. I can't not giggle when I see that shit because I'm like, I like today, just because YouTube has become like this, like, oh, we're family friendly and all this retarded shit. Like nobody cusses anymore. Like everybody beeps out all their like stuff, and I'm like. So when I see this clip, I know what it is. I expect it to be beeped. It's still pretty funny. And recently, they just been letting it fly. And I fucking giggle so hard every time, bro. And it's not like, oh, like it's funny that it's racist. It's funny that it's one of those no words. That's the only reason it's funny. It's like, you should not be saying that.
Yeah.
But you did. It's like somebody pointing at their own like, you know, Vine had the same humor sometimes when they would like walk in front of their mom and say the worst shit. Like when that one fucking like Middle Eastern guy goes up to and his mom's making mac and cheese and she's got like a fucking, what's it called?
That's what good pussy sounds like.
Yeah. It's not a burqa. What's it called? That fucking thing. Is it a burqa? The headdress where it doesn't show your hair. She's wearing one of those and he walks up and he stirs the mac and cheese. That's what good pussy sounds like. And then she fucking like hits him and starts yelling. Yeah, it's so fucking funny. It's like the equivalent of you walking into a room and your own real grandmother and you go, you're a cunt. And then the video ends like that.
Well, there's one I saw.
That's what makes me
like
laugh.
A family eating at like a table in the backyard. And the guy goes, this burger is almost as juicy as my ass. Hard cut. And the only thing you see is mom and dad going.
That's so fucking funny, bro.
They're mid insult thrown at him.
God damn it.
I remember, and it was when I was a kid. And we were driving and it was completely silent and we were going, I think it was on a road trip or something. And I didn't understand what I was about to say, but I heard it. So I wanted to say it. I was like, so how's everyone's hammer hanging? I didn't know. I didn't know that meant how's your dick?
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
And I remember my dad going, what? And my mom going, Shane, I don't have one. So my mom took it much better than my father did.
Is your dad mad?
He was a little mad, yeah.
I have a similar story. It was like seriously like one of those like heartwarming moments. Like I'm in my parents' bedroom. My dad's playing Grand Theft Auto. I'm sitting next to him just watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just watching my dad play video games. And in one of the cutscenes, somebody calls his character a dickhead. I'm like 5 or 4 or something.
That's fun to say. And
I literally go, my dad's not a dickhead. You're a dickhead. And then he slapped me on my mouth. And then I was like,
I'm standing up for you. I'm on your side.
Bro,
I'm on your side.
I was so dumbfounded, bro. Like, I remember the feeling to this day of betrayal. like a harsh 180, bro, of like defense to like a stab in the back.
I had so me, my brother, my dad, we were watching that movie Ninja Assassin. It's some B movie that came out a long time ago.
Fake.
Yeah, I know, but there's like in the end,
it sounds like a movie that like the nostalgia critic would make, like himself. Like
it was good, but it's
really
it's okay. It has good action. That's all you need.
Okay.
But like in the end, he does this like revenge thing, because of course it's a fucking, and he's getting like torn up and shredded because it's all ninjas, so he's getting like just fucked up. And he climax hits, he kills the bad guy. And then literally the next scene where they do that thing where credits roll and he's like looking off into the future. What I meant to say was because he no visible scars, no visible injuries or anything.
Okay.
And what I meant to say was like, wow, he got better quick. But what I said was he cleans up quick, or he cleans up good or something like that. What I said was very homoerotic.
Okay.
And my dad turned to me.
You were like, wow, he looks nice.
Yeah. And all I meant to say was like, he just went through like a fucking like he should have lost an arm.
But your retard 12-year-old mouth
my brain
couldn't get it out. Yeah.
And I remember my dad looking at me in such the weirdest way, and I went, I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did.
Yeah, you're like, I guess he looks horrible. Like,
yeah, it's like I don't know.
I guess he does still look as bad as he did before.
It's looking back on it now, I definitely said a very gay thing, meaning something else.
And your dad, I think it wasn't like he was trying to make you feel bad. I think it was like genuinely like, is this what happens? Like,
yeah.
Is this one of those like early childhood moments where I figure out he's gay before he figures it out?
Yeah. Is he going to be 27? He's going to say he's gay, but I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I love the stories like that where people are like, yeah, I came out to my parents and they were like, we know.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, of fucking course they know, bro.
Yeah.
They fucking wiped your ass. Like, if a parent freaks out and they don't know,
they don't know you very well.
Well, yeah,
it's either they don't know you very well,
or it's because they were wishing and hoping it wasn't the case so bad. Like, but goddamn, that's funny.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that? Like I think about like, man, it'd be great to have a son first, because I'd love to do all the like fucking father-son shit. You know what I mean? Like,
that you never got to do with your dad. Yeah, I get it.
What?
Is that just go ahead?
Shut up. So fucking dumb. No, I'm thinking teach him how to play catch like my dad taught me how to play catch. Did your dad not teach you how to play catch?
We didn't play catch until I was 16.
Is that because you refused to catch?
No, he just wasn't around.
Okay, that's a little different. But I was thinking...
We only did it for like 10 minutes.
I was like, oh, what if he's gay?
Uh-huh.
Will he still want to play catch? Because, like, I'm thinking if I have a daughter, she'll probably not want to play catch as much. Or, you know, play baseball and shit like that. I mean, like, there are people who could be gay and would love baseball. Yeah. But I don't think it's a stereotype as in, like, in a bad way, but, like...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
If he's also really gay, he's gonna be, like... You know, he's going to want to play dress up. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I would just treat the kid how I would normally treat him.
Oh, of course. I definitely would.
Yeah.
But I would feel a little, not disappointed, but I would feel bad myself because I was looking forward to it so much.
Trying to force him to do.
Yeah, be like, oh, you'll like baseball. And then if he doesn't, I'm not going to force him, but I'll be like, I'm kind of sad. I think
once you have a kid, your brain's going to be so changed to be like, I just want this thing to be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, like, even if he doesn't want to play catch, you're like, fucking tea party, I'm
bro.
there.
Yeah,
fucking, I don't care.
You want to watch fucking Paw Patrol for 12 hours? All right, sweet. Pass out. Yeah. You'd be fucking dead. But
because my dad was never interested in anything I wanted to do. And like he never tried to be like interested in stuff I was interested in. So I mean, like the only person who really was is my brother because we like the same stuff. But yeah, like,
you know, knives and
growing up, my dad would be
cutting off cattails and shit.
Okay, my brother's not a serial killer. Did I tell you about his?
I could definitely see your little brother. If you guys like had a mouse problem, if you had sticky traps, I could see your fucking brother being the kid who like pulls off all the legs. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
he's a good kid, but he is someone who I would describe at some point having a taser and a flamethrower kick. As soon as he figured out that you can just light hairspray on fire.
Oh, yeah. I think every kid had that.
There was one, I was hanging out with my buddy and we were just sitting in my room playing video games. My brother literally kicks down the door and then just flamethrowers into my fucking room.
I've always wanted to kick down a door. Did he kick it off the hinges or did he just kick the door open?
He kicked it.
Bro, what the fuck was that? It was a big noise. I think it probably was the fucking ice falling off the roof.
Oh, shit.
It was very cold and it snowed a lot recently and now it's very warm.
So everything's melting?
It's melting. Literally in the time that we recorded this podcast, I visually watched the snow on another roof melt.
Oh, so you're pretty engaged in the conversation.
Yes.
So everything I'm saying is boring. You'd much rather watch snow melt than listen to me talk or be involved in this podcast.
You were saying something about your dad flamethrowing the house.
Cool, dude. Cool, dude.
I'm kidding, retard. You know I am. Shut up.
I know you're, but that's not funny. Of course I know you're kidding, but that's
cool.
Not
sweet. Thanks.
Awesome.
I'm done.
I'm going to pretend to be very upset, even though that's pretty fucking funny.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, one time my brother he fucked up the doorknob, but he didn't kick it right off the hinges. But there was one time I punched his door so hard that I ruined the hinges, and I had to replace his door.
Why?
We needed to go to school and he was taking his fucking time, and I
punched his door with everything I had
when I dented it.
Oh, like that. Okay. I thought you reared your shoulder back and
no, I just went like this really quick and hard.
He's doing like you're knocking on the door with a hammer fist.
Oh yeah,
is what he's doing.
And I dented it, and I kind of...
What the fuck is this door made of metal? What the fuck? You dented it?
No, it's just a shitty like wood stuff that you have on those old houses.
Oh, okay. So it's got like a wood panel front.
Yeah.
And then a frame. Okay.
It's one of those doors that's mostly hollow.
Okay. So yes. I was thinking of like a fucking oak door. Like you're just fucking hitting a piece of wood. Like just...
No.
Okay.
If I didn't notice I was denting it, I probably would have went through that door. I had to stop because I went, oh, my dad's going to be so mad. And he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
So is the way of the world.
We fucked up that house, me and my brother. There was one time we were wrestling on the stairs, and he kind of fell, and his foot went through the fucking grate and kicked out one of those like wooden spokes. So there was just one that was cracked and missing. It wasn't cracked and missing. That doesn't make any sense.
Of all the places to wrestle, the stairs is where you chose.
We had a rule: don't wrestle on the stairs.
But then you were like,
yeah, because we were often
Bad
wrestling on the
boys,
stairs.
what you going?
No, it's just
and then
because
you wrestled on the stairs.
You know that moment in Christmas Story where they're going up the stairs at the same time, and they end up getting in like a fucking shoving match.
I have not seen that movie many times, but I'll imagine like I do. I know what you're talking about.
I see it once a year because
it's on.
Family's got to have at least one tradition.
On like fucking A&E or whatever the fuck it's on.
We have it on DVD. If there's one family tradition, because we're not very close because of distance.
Yes.
If there's one thing we always do is we watch Christmas Story. But anyway, there's a scene where right before Christmas they go to bed and they get into a fucking like actual fight that the parents hear until they go to bed. Me and my brother did that all the fucking time. It's one of those things. He's going up the stairs in front of you. You take out his legs and he falls down the stairs.
See, I could never do that, man. My older brother is 6 years older than me. So he was always way too big. And by the time I was starting to get big, the motherfucker moved out.
Uh-huh.
And I'm only 3 years older than my younger brother. But I'm so much bigger than him.
Yeah.
Like my whole life. And so I'm like, well, I just got my ass handed to me. And now if I even touch this kid, he'll fucking break into pieces and I'll get ripped apart by my parents. But there were times where we'd get in a little scuffles, but I couldn't like do anything.
Me and my brother are 2 years apart. So we were, and I say this with no hyperbole, actively trying to kill each other until I left for college. I would choke him out until he went blue and he would usually attack me with some sort of knife.
Jesus fuck. Did he ever actually cut you?
Yes.
I'd imagine. Yeah.
A couple times.
Sounds like your brother.
But,
see, now, okay, for all the listeners listening, remember when I was like, he probably cut off a cat's tail with one of the many blades he had? Do you understand why that was not very far-fetched now?
Yeah, he's better now. He's much better now.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, everybody's better than when they were 16.
Yeah.
At least I fucking hope so.
I mean, I haven't talked to him in a while. He was out in California.
Oh, man, of all the places to move right now.
Yeah.
Fucking Cali.
During a fucking pandemic, my brother.
It's for the weed.
Probably.
It's for the weed.
Also, he can get on my stepdad's insurance and start going to school and stuff.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so your brother making moves.
He should be. I don't know if he has, but he definitely has the option to.
The ability to go to school, man.
Which is, I mean,
for anybody listening, don't go to school
unless you want to.
Unless you really want to. But if you're not going to school and you have no idea what the fuck you're doing,
that's okay.
It's okay.
That's definitely
and
okay.
A general education degree at a community college might be a decent path for now if you're literally doing nothing else. I think that's the advice I would give.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't become a programmer unless you are comfortable with doing nothing for 8 hours and speaking to nobody for the majority of your time. Don't be a programmer.
If you're totally cool with just punching a clock, which is nothing wrong with that. Yes. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Go ahead. That way, if you see a job as just a accelerant to the other parts of your life, go for it. If you don't see a job as your primary means of fulfillment, go for it. Punch in and out of clock. Do you?
And honestly, there are a lot of people that I met in, programming and software development that were
a fucking grocery store
that enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
But it's like you're a modern day factory worker.
Definitely.
In an office. And
that's where it's moving to.
Just go watch Office Space. And imagine you're the kid with the red stapler. And then be like, I really want to go program. And if you still do, then that's cool. If you want to design video games, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I really tried.
Don't do it.
You're not going to make it.
No, it's very hard.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say you're not going to make it.
Wait.
That's so fucked.
Hold up.
It's not that you're not going to make it.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to become like a fucking lead designer at a company until you're 45. That's what I mean. If you want to design games, learn how to do it in your free time. Or fuck your free time. Just learn how to do it outside of college. Like, it's not that fucking hard to figure out. And then you just do it. And you have to make it indie. And you have to make it so good that people will like it.
Pull a Toby Fox. Pull a
fucking Notch. I mean, he had a whole ass crew.
But yeah, well, that's the nice thing about the internet and the age we live in is if you want to do something, fucking, like I never thought I would make a YouTube video.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have one done by the end of the week.
It actually, when I think back to like the amount of shit I could do last year around this time, or 2 years ago, man, I couldn't do jack shit. Like I went through like 3 editing softwares before I was finally like, all right, I'll just fucking pay for Adobe. Like,
there's like anytime someone says I don't know how to do something, I was like, you know, the internet exists, right? What you're telling me, and I don't want to say it's laziness. It's just a lack of. You could look it up.
Usually is.
You could just do it. Like literally the only reason I fucking take my car to a mechanic is because I'm lazy. I could fix that if I wanted to.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, I think that's the only reason I can ever attribute myself to not doing something is just I'm fucking being lazy about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like it's so, I don't want to say it's easy, but like it really does just focus for an hour or 2 a day.
Like I think the reason people don't do stuff is because they can't figure out the first step.
Yeah.
But with the internet, you have the first step. No matter what, just look it up.
There are a billion tutorials of everything.
Yeah. It's like, I want to learn language, but I don't know how. Fucking look that shit up.
Codeacademy.com, son.
It's fucking...
That's where I fucking started. Learn JavaScript. Everything else is gay. I'm just kidding. Python's pretty cool.
None of these jokes are landing.
They are coding languages. Okay. Everybody does Java, but Java is like some grandpa shit now. It's like, you know how like pretty much every infrastructure runs on like fucking computers from the early 2000s?
Yeah, the IBM.
What?
IBM?
Yeah.
Didn't they start a bunch of the early computer stuff?
Yep.
They're still running like that kind of stuff?
No. Not that early. Not like fucking old ass server rack. But I mean like, yeah, like 2000s shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Java is like, it's starting to get to the like that. This is hyperbole, like, but Java's starting to get to the point where it's becoming outdated, like that shit.
Got fucking cobwebs on it.
Kind of, yeah, a little bit. It still runs nice, but
it's the haunted mansion of Java.
Yeah,
computer script.
Learn JavaScript.
There's ghosts in Victorian dresses running around talking about how the butler did it.
Don't start with C, bro. C's the gayest shit I ever had to do in my life. Let me see if I can make any more very specific claims that Shane cannot.
I was about to say, it's like, so Ryan's just going to talk to himself for about the next 10 minutes because I got nothing. I can't pass this back if I don't know how to play the game.
CSS is pretty good to know, but there's usually a language that lets you just manipulate it without having to know it exactly. If you're working on your own, using an Agile Scrum system is a good way to get started before he literally left the room. He's going to pee. I was just going to do this for like 5 seconds, but then he left and I was just going to keep going. But now he's just gone. And he's peeing. It sounds like a pretty healthy stream. Yeah. I think probably, yeah, he's got a little like Monster Energy water sport drink with him. So I think it's probably a bit yellow, just based off of what I know. He's still peeing pretty healthy. So he must have had a lot to drink recently. He's buckling back up. He's flushed the toilet. His buckle's very loud. I can hear it from very far away. Shane refuses to wash his hands ever, and he's back.
What are you, my fucking mom?
No, I just had to commentate on you peeing.
I really wanted you to just go off on fucking...
That's the thing. I was trying to make jokes, but then I was like, if I make it too specific, everybody's gonna leave.
Well, I mean, we already told everyone named Brian to fuck off.
Yeah,
so. I was literally... We also kind of said give up on your dreams. Like,
it's not at all. Don't give up on your dreams.
You should.
Developing video games is extremely difficult, and it is not the dream that you imagine.
Well, that's the thing about... I will tell you that firsthand. Yeah, exactly. That's something we definitely need to say is your dreams have them, but have a sense of reality to them, because making video games isn't this crazy art form, and it is, but also it takes so much work. Like, you're sitting in front of a screen. It's boring. It's definitely boring at best.
It's 10% creative planning and 90% coding.
Yeah,
that's all. If you want to work on video games and you want it to be fun, be somebody that does sound design. Be somebody that does anything artistic that isn't like, because everybody's like, well, I need to do something that'll get me a good job, but also I want to do something creative. And they're like, well, game design. No, don't fucking do that. Please, for the love of God.
Plus, you don't even know all the backhanded, like, especially if you're going to be a lead developer, you don't know all the back, you got to deal with investors, you got to deal with fucking whatever person is producing, all that shit. You're constantly, like,
you're not going to be creative.
10% of it's going to be you actually working on the game. The rest of your job is just making sure the game is actually made.
Yeah, like,
and that sounds exhausting.
Let's think about, like, I can point to like any video game. So think about like Breath of the Wild. Okay,
Breath of the Wild, good.
It's a very amazing game.
Have you seen that video?
What?
Have you seen the Breath of the Wild is good video?
Who made that?
It's pretty good.
Who are we talking about? Because mine is named Breath of the Wild Good.
Yeah,
there is no is. Oh. So who made the is good?
I was trying to do a very
cheeky.
I was trying to plug your video because I'm a good friend.
I don't know if I would say it's good.
I like it. I like that video.
It's certainly
the editing on this.
Something.
So, I mean, I
think I have some jokes that land. Yes.
Yeah. You don't say anything that anyone else hasn't said, but it's a good.
The start of the video isn't good. The end of the video isn't good. I do get some good jokes in the middle. I feel good about that.
That fucking Pearl Harbor thing really fucking.
I fucking worked on that joke for like a whole ass week, bro. Like I seriously like redid it. I asked people about like, because here's this fucking inside tip on making that stupid ass video. I was like, originally, that joke was I was just gonna have text go across the screen with the crying fucking bokoblin face, and then the explosion in the background. It was gonna say, like, lol, get Enola Gade. Just because saying get gayed is funny. But nobody fucking knew what the Enola Gay was.
Which is weird because we're in Nebraska, and that's like one of the things we get.
It's the fucking plane that carried the atomic bombs.
The first one.
Yes, and the fucking plane was modified here in Nebraska to be...
It took off from here. It took off from off it.
Yeah, and so it's like, man...
And I don't mean to derail our super cool... could you... Because that flight takes fucking 6 hours, right? Back then?
What? From fucking Omaha to...
Nagasaki?
Bro, 6 hours?
Do you know how big the Pacific Ocean is and what they were flying in?
You're saying 6 hours? I'm saying that's way too short.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that's too long. I'm saying it was probably like 12, like a ridiculous amount of time.
Whatever the distance is, just like...
It takes 8 hours to fly from here. No, it takes 6 hours to fly from here to California.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, and I know he probably had to, because like I said, the planes they were using weren't fucking fantastic, so he probably had to drop in Hawaii to refuel and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Could you imagine your thought process going in, knowing what you're about to do?
Right. Also, could you imagine landing that motherfucker in Hawaii with that fucking payload? Be like, keep her steady, Jim. Shut the fuck up.
like it's just, I think they've done interviews with the guy who flew it, and he doesn't really have a lot of like issues with it. But I couldn't imagine having the kind of PS just flying away from a mushroom cloud that you made.
Yeah, I mean,
holy shit!
I mean, if you're those guys, you've been dropping bombs the whole fucking war.
Yeah.
So like,
and I mean,
just dropping. What I would be fucking concerned about is apparently the bomb is so goddamn heavy that when they released it, the airplane like shot straight up in the air,
the weight,
like super high. Fuck. So like, imagine that feeling, fucking roller coastering your ass into the fucking stratosphere.
I just couldn't, because like when you're on a road trip and you're driving somewhere long, you're constantly thinking about the destination just to keep your minds occupied. And the whole time I couldn't even imagine. I was like, what am I doing? Oh, I'm about to kill 200,000 people.
I don't know if they knew the extent of it.
Okay, then even then, could you imagine dropping that? It's like, this is just a normal fucking raid. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God.
See, but even then, they probably didn't know the extent of it because the bomb explodes and it kills a ton of people.
Yeah.
But what killed the majority of people was the aftermath, the fucking the radiation and shit. So
it didn't it didn't clear up for like 2 months.
Man, fuck that noise. War is gay.
War is gay.
I should make a video about war being gay.
War is gay.
I'll make the same exact joke I did in that one. But war is gay. Yeah, dude, I think back to that video, some of the editing is bad. Like, I remember I was trying to get the letters to like go tick tock back and forth with the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't figure out how to let it happen, and they were out of sync, and I just had them shake. And it looks like shit when I go back and watch it. But I did put some work into that. Like I drew those stupid ass pictures, like all of them, just for that one bit.
I mean, I was thinking about it when I was editing last night, and I was like, anytime this doesn't get fun or interesting, all I do now is I have a separate fucking editing. It's just test shit with like the tutorial bullshit.
Yeah,
just fuck around there.
Yeah, exactly. What I really like about this podcast is that we've done a lot of shit where I just edited some stupid shit, and it's fun. Like it's outside of the stuff I've done before, and it's like I feel like I'm getting better, and I'm just making some stupid shit that I just get to throw out there and not care about as much.
I made a really good audio edit last night, and there's no way I would have done that if I haven't been editing a fucking full audio podcast for the last fucking month now.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking nice. I'm honestly thinking about making like it's funny saying second channel because I haven't even done jack shit on my first one basically, but I think it would be nice to have a second one that like has nothing, like it has nothing connected to any of the other shit that I'm doing. That I just upload stupid shit, like anything that I feel like.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like it'd be fun, but
I mean, we could do that fucking here, honestly.
But yeah, pretty much. But I mean, fuck them. I need to.
What?
Fuck it. We need to end the podcast.
Okay.
It's just been going on for a long time.
Should we do a sign off?
So, just to let everybody know, if you haven't figured it out yet, we decided we were going to try to have one bit every single podcast that's more effort than the rest of the podcast. And we sat down before this and we were like, well, what's the bit today? And then both of us were like, we'll figure it out as we go. It's an hour and 45 minutes. And I still have yet.
The only thing that we could possibly do is the fucking redneck.
The like make a Discovery Channel clip and actually just fucking put the voice over it.
That wouldn't be too hard.
Ick. Fucking ick, bro.
The dang dare Egyptians used massive hordes of them dare slaves to hook up those two-ton bolters. The dang dare, the symbols are in a language we have yet to decipher.
You can see they used the sedimentary rock to go ahead and preserve that there culture, I believe, and I feel like I'd still get into it.
Dang dare penguin is using his feet to make sure that the egg don't fall into their eyes.
Now he got to make sure that he passed the egg from his feet to his wife's feet.
The shell's very thin.
If it touches the ground, baby dies.
Baby done dare die.
Baby die.
Dang dare.
So you see this gazelle about it. Oh, he's running. Oh my God. Now you see this gazelle. He got 3 different rings on his horn. That's why he called it 3. Oh my. What is that called? Because it's Discovery.
Oh no. Oh, bald. Oh my head. Why? Why'd you take him? No.